talking, Brianna.
Like civil rights attorney Sherrilyn Ifill,
Yep.
who set up a big red flag in a Washington Post
Open the door.
op-ed, quote, Brown should be regarded as a low
So I can say hi.
clear
So I can say hi.
judicial or Justice
Okay.
Department nominee. That scores of Trump
Go-
nominees
uh-huh.
have been confirmed, despite a refusal to even approach this
Yes,
simple
she did. He kept touching
is a
me.
shameful reminder
He kept calling me a baby. He kept.
away from principles
Yes, you were.
enjoyed broad
You
consensus
touched me.
in this new normal. Nominees
I don't
have to
care.
support Brown,
I'm bothered on.
law and equality under the law.
If I'm bothered on, I'm still gonna do it.
And if they do not, they put our very democracy.
Keep saying that till I shock you.
Joining us now, Sherrilyn Ifill, President and Director Counsel
Okay,
of
bet.
NAACP
Bet.
Legal Defense.
Open the door, Brianna. Why are you scared? Why are you scared? Open the door.
I am a chicken.
Open it then.
Strategy by asking this question.
Open it.
Well, it's funny, Ali. We were with Senator Blumenthal yesterday.
Wait till we get Taco Bell. We should watch out the room.
Rally to commemorate the 65th anniversary of Brown, and he confirmed what I actually believe to be true. He confirmed that there was no strategy. The question, he thought, was a simple one, a kind of softball, giving a nominee an opportunity to kind of talk extemporaneously about issues of race and equality. He actually was stunned when the first of these nominees, Wendy Vitter, gave the answer that she gave, and you played the tape. And he has continued asking the question because of what how Wendy Vitter responded, and then Andrew Oldham, who you also showed in the clip. And what's become clear by this succession of
Open up
Trump
door.
judicial nominees answering the question in this way is that this is not an accident. This is orchestrated. What is critical for viewers to know is this is not the norm. This is not a conservative liberal thing. Conservative justices have been asked this question in the past, particularly justices nominated to the United States Supreme Court, and they have answered the question. They have chosen not to answer, for example, questions about Roe versus Wade, but they've always answered questions about Brown. Chief Justice Roberts talked extensively about Brown at his confirmation hearing. Justice Alito at his confirmation hearing described Brown as vindicating the true meaning of equal protection under the 14th Amendment. And the guarantee of equality for all races. Justice Kavanaugh, last year at his confirmation hearing, described it as the most important case in the history of the Supreme Court. So it's not as though this has been some line in the sand of conservative ideology. Something new has happened. And what we are seeing from these judges, beginning with Wendy Vitter last year and other nominees, including the Deputy Attorney General, who was just confirmed yesterday, is a decision to refuse to endorse Brown, which used to lie at the center of the canon, the center of the consensus within the legal profession. And we should take note of the fact that there is a concerted effort to move Brown to the margins.
To what end? Are these judges who do not believe that the doctrine of separate but equal is invalid? Are these judges who one day might take a chance of overturning this landmark ruling?
Well, that's why you ask the question, because we really want to understand what do they think? Is that what they think? Chief Justice Roberts felt comfortable talking about Brown, he said, because he put Brown in that category of cases like Marbury versus Madison, the 1803 decision that established judicial review. He put it in the category of cases like Marbury that were unlikely to ever return to the Supreme Court. So that's what Chief Justice Roberts thought in 2005. Are there now members of the legal profession who believe that Brown, the question of whether state-sanctioned apartheid is constitutional or not, that believe that that's an issue that might return to the Supreme Court? What possible reason would one have not to answer the question? And I do think it sends a signal. There's some signaling happening that everything is on the table. And it's important for people to remember that Brown wasn't just about school desegregation. What Brown symbolizes, I think, for many people, particularly on the far right, is kind of an entire project that transformed our democracy. And it's a project that opened the doors to groups, to African Americans, to Latinos, but also to women, to members of the LGBTQ community. It was a new way of reinvigorating what the meaning of the 14th Amendment and equal protection meant. And there are many who are in opposition to some elements of that. And by simply refusing to talk about Brown, it sends a signal, it's a flare, it's a shot across the bow, in my estimation, that we should not ignore. And we should not have a failure of imagination with anyone proposed by this administration, that they might carry some quite extreme views.
Speaking about a failure of imagination, Cheryl and Eiffel, every time I speak to you, I get smarter about something. I have to say, this wasn't a topic I knew I needed to get smarter about. So now you know. Cheryl and Eiffel is the president and director counsel of the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund. We appreciate your time tonight. Much more ahead, including a letter of the strongly worded variety from a politician who's not playing around. Stay with us.
How do you learn how to run when you've never done anything remotely like this before?
We're prepared to do it in a novel way, in an original way, and we want to make sure that we're writing our own playbook.
Do you think that we should keep troops in Afghanistan?
I do not, and I believe that we need to do it, though, in a responsible way.
Where do you see your party right now?
It's going to be, how do we think government should work, and who do we think government should work for?
Open it. Open it.
This is political insanity. When you need a passionate start to the morning,
Name one of the Democratic contenders. Name one that you are positive can beat Trump.
you need your Morning Joe. Weekdays at 6 on MSNBC.
At Wayfair.com, we think that when the big stuff ships free, it's just better.
Cover better, crunch better, rock better, roll better, do better, clean better. Yeah, better! Oh, Wayfair has free shipping. Game changer. Fast better, free better, everything's better when it's
Free shipping on orders over $49. Shop better at Wayfair.com.
Wayfair, you've got just what I need.
There's nothing small about your business. That's why with Dell Small Business Technology Advisors, you'll get tailored product solutions, expert tech advice, and one-on-one partnership. Call an advisor today at 877-BUY-DELL. Get up to 45% off on select computers.
It's either the assurance of a 165-point certification process, or it isn't. It's either testing an array of advanced safety systems, or it isn't. It's either the peace of mind of a standard 5-year unlimited mileage warranty, or it isn't. For those who never settle, it's either Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned, or it isn't. The Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned sales event, now through May 31st, only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer.
You love your freedom, but is joint pain holding you back? Unlike other creams, JointFlex helps strengthen joints and gives quick and long-lasting pain relief. Flex your freedom with JointFlex.
Keith and Melissa lived next to Melissa's parents. And when it was clear living 30 feet away had to change to living 3,000 miles away, they made the right move and called Pods. So did their not-so-new neighbors. Pods, the right move for your move.
Ready to break through allergy congestion? Reach for the dual action of Allegra D. The fastest non-drowsy antihistamine plus a powerful decongestant help you overcome tough symptoms for 24-hour relief. Get back to the moment with Allegra D.
Just like any other family, the house, the kids, they're living the dream. Here comes the wacky new maid.
Maid? I
You'll
don't
see an alien, is she a spy? She's always here, someone tell us why. She's not the maid we wanted.
Because I'm not the maid!
But she's the maid we got.
Again, I'm not the maid! I protect your home and auto.
Hey, Campbell's, who's your new maid?
As the elected representatives of the people, we would be derelict in our duty to them if we failed to pursue our mission expeditiously, fully, and with the utmost fairness. The aim of the committee is to provide full and open public testimony in order that the nation can proceed towards the healing of the wounds that now afflict the body politic. It is that aim that we are here to pursue today, within the terms of the mandate imposed upon us by our colleagues and in full compliance with all applicable rules of law. The nation and history itself are watching us. We cannot fail our mission.
Senator Sam Ervin of North Carolina. He liked to say he was just a country lawyer, but he was also the powerful chairman of the Senate Watergate Committee. For 51 days in 1973, Senator Sam Ervin had the nation enthralled as the Watergate hearings played out on national TV. In the rearview mirror, it is easy to take for granted that the dominoes fell the way they did, that Congress completed its mission, its duty, as Ervin put it, to investigate, and then Nixon eventually resigned. But every domino had to fall in just the right way, including and especially Congress investigating. And yet right now in 2019, as Congress tries to investigate